Good news, there's a magic mermaid. Bad news, we can't talk to her.
You say a few words to the mermaid. It quickly becomes apparent to you that she cannot understand your strange speech, let alone speak it.
Now, I think we have to find a clam in order to talk to her. Is this a clam?
The fallen picket feels reasonably sturdy and is pointed at one end. Believing that you may find a use for it, you retrieve it and carry it with you.
Okay, well, that's good.
As you walk towards the mermaid, she tenses suddenly. Clearly, while she finds you to be a somewhat interesting and perhaps amusing creature, she still does not trust you in the slightest.
I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to walk down the beach away from you. Oh, no!
Oh no, you have startled the mermaid.
Jeez, like I was all the way over there. How did I startle her? I sure hope that wasn't like me failing a puzzle. I just wanted to go down to the beach. I feel like the beach is probably the best place to find a clam, right? Oh, what's this?
You see a little girl wandering around the meadow. She wears a ruby red cloak and appears to be searching for something.
It's Little Red Riding Hood, everybody. Let's talk to her.
Hello, who are you?
My name is Graham. What is yours?
Possum. That is what my grandma calls me. She is not at all well these days. I was collecting flowers for her, but now I cannot anymore.
Why is that?
My basket is missing. I've looked everywhere for it. It must be around here somewhere.
I will keep my eye out for it.
Thank you, Graham.
You're welcome. So now we get to find a basket. And I think the basket only shows up if you've talked to her.
You notice a log lying on the beach.
Is there something hiding in the log? Is this where I get my clam?
You look under the log and discover a clam lying beneath it. You pick it up.
Great, solved that puzzle. So now let's find the little basket for the little girl. Let's see, was it south of here? Maybe it's to the east. Yeah, because we came from the south, so obviously the basket isn't here. I mean, this looks great. Looks nice. But I don't see a basket. I hear... I see a duckling. I see a duckling here. Actually, this is a puzzle. If you know the story of the ugly duckling, you know, there was a really ugly duckling who grew up to become a swan. So we're going to capture her.
Don't throw that into the lake.
We're going to capture this duckling and give it to the swans. That's how this puzzle works. So use the net to capture it.
Don't throw that. The best place to attempt that.
Oh, okay. I need to stand here. You need to stand in this specific spot.
The best place.
All right. I was not standing in the specific spot. Now I'm standing in the specific spot. Man, this game is being picky.
Don't. You
Got
walk into position and try to catch the baby bird. You throw the net over the pond, and the baby bird is caught unharmed.
Oh, that's nice. So now we're going to go north. We are fairly close to the Swan Lake. Swan Lake. Alright, I don't see the Swan Lake. Maybe I go up here. See, I think the basket would probably appear somewhere around here. All right. Okay, so this is the lake. We give the ugly duckling to the swans.
You release the little bird into the pond.
Aw, and it turns into a swan. And this gives us a thing. A feather.
You pick up the white feather and put it carefully away.
Okay, so that was clearly a puzzle. I don't know why we need to get a feather yet. Oh, and these pumpkins talk, so that's also going to be a puzzle. Let me talk to the pumpkins, I guess.
You know that pumpkins can't talk.
This one can.
You know that.
No, this one can. Look, look, look. If I try to
You
grab
look for a nice large pumpkin to take from the patch.
Hey, watch it!
Oh, sorry. I was not aware you could talk.
Likewise. Anyway, be careful where you're treading. You're spoiling the good soil by standing so close. And I got 8 kids to feed.
You glance at the smaller pumpkins. These must be her children.
I only count 7.
Yeah, well, I had 8. Then some strange man who spoke even stranger came by. He claimed to be a horticle. Claimed to know a bit about plants. I let him take a look at my little darlings. Anyway, before I knew it, he'd gone and pinched one of my babies. Took off towards the town, he did. Of all the naive. Just because we're plants doesn't mean we don't deserve any respect.
I am sure that is true.
All right, so when we go to the town, we are going to find this horticulturalist and save the baby pumpkin. That's the other puzzle we've got going on. Still looking for that basket. I think maybe it might be here. Like maybe if we go north. Like I have no idea where exactly the basket is. Okay, maybe west of here.
As you near the cave, the bat symbol above the entrance starts radiating an ominous black glow.
Ah, so this is the cave of that villain we saw earlier. Hagatha, I think is the villain's name. So it is a death scene if you try to go into the cave. Like you die instantly. It's not good. It's not good. And this is the swamp. If you go into the swamp, you'll get lost forever. So that's not good either. And the basket. That's got to be it.
You peer behind the palm tree. Lo and behold, you have found the little girl's missing basket.
Oh, well, that's not where it was the last time I played the game.
You take the basket.
Guess the basket appears in several different places. So let's go back to the little girl. Tell Possum we found her basket. Okay, Possum, here's your basket. Slowly wait for her to walk
You
up.
hand the basket to Possum.
Thank you, kind sir. Please take this flower. I'm afraid it's all I have to give you.
It is more than enough. I notice that you have picked only yellow flowers.
Of course. Is it not customary for one to pick yellow flowers for another who's gravely ill?
Certainly it is. I'm sorry to hear about your grandma, Possum.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Poor Possum. Poor sick grandma. Well, gonna try to go to town now. And along the way, look for a lemon tree. Because I think that's the only other puzzle we can do right now. Ah, here it is, here it is.
A large lemon tree grows by the path.
Okay, let's just grab one of the lemons.
You reach out and pluck a large, juicy-looking lemon from the tree.
Great, so I think we've solved like all the puzzles we can solve so far. Yeah, unless I'm mistaken, it's not like the first game where you could find the 3 items in any order. Well, I think in the first game you could mostly find them in any order. I think the third one always had to be found last. In this game, you have to get the water stone first, I think. So, you know, I could be 100% wrong about these assertions I'm making, so don't quote me on them, but I do think, yeah, it's the water gem that we have to find first, because it's with the mermaid. It's with the mermaid, and the mermaid's the one that appears right at the start of the game once you meet with
There is a
stone face. Is anything hidden inside
When you
this tree?
peer into the hole of the pine tree, you see a mallet lying there. You pick it up and take it with you.
Oh, I am so good at solving puzzles. Yeah, so I have been told that there is a character inside here, and we can only free it with an item we get from the water mermaid area. So that prevents us from getting this specific gem and solving this puzzle here at the start of the game. Like, we have to do the water mermaid stuff first, but we still can talk to it.
It is likely that this haystack was piled here by farmers from the town. A faded blue sheet has been tightly stretched across it to prevent the straw from blowing away in the wind.
Well, that's not talking to it. Let's talk to it.
You get no response.
Really? Interesting.
Hey!
There we go. You have to grab it.
Who said that?
I did.
Huh?
I'm down here, in the hay.
Oh. Well, who are you?
My name is,
Yes?
I can't seem to remember.
Well then, what are you?
Oh, I'm
Yes?
can't seem to remember that either.
Well,
Oh.
what are you doing in this haystack?
That's easy. I was looking for,
You can't remember.
no. Sorry.
How long have you been in there?
Let's see. It couldn't be longer than,
Yes?
3, maybe 4 weeks?
Weeks?
Yep.
Pardon me for saying, but you sound as if you have a bit of a cold.
Yes. It's all this hay. It's giving me hay fever.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you need to grab the pile to start that conversation. Kind of odd. Anyway, here's the town of Kalima. Let's go to the town. Solve some puzzles. Puzzles with this guy. This is the merchant. We have the
You
piece
see
of
a man
paper.
bending over the fountain. He appears to be trying to retrieve something from it.
What a greedy guy. He's just stealing money from the fountain. My goodness.
Got him.
Yeah, so we found his
There is no
paper.
reason.
Let's see if I can show the paper. Here's the paper.
The paper is torn and dirty. It looks like a flyer of some sort.
We got the paper by the bridge after talking to the giant stone hen. Okay, so let's talk to this guy.
Greetings, merchant.
A visitor arrived new, no? A sense I possess for these things. Need you have for my wares of great specialty?
What wares do you sell, good merchant?
For yourself, behold them.
You look over the merchant's wares of great specialty and quickly reevaluate them as junk.
You seem to have quite a selection of, well, quite a selection.
A keen eye have you. In an item or two provoke interest, I might.
A daunting task. Rather, by all means.
This I have.
You appraise the object he holds up to you. It is a simple shell, intricately fashioned into the shape of a comb. The workmanship is unlike anything you have ever seen.
Fascinating. Where did you find such a thing?
Oh, old it is. From ancient times descends. Valuable, without question. Royal property, former, to be sure.
You consider his story. Then you begin wondering which beach he found it on.
Yeah, this is not a fabulous royal treasure. So we want to get the treasure from him.
If I were to, say, purchase the shell, what would it cost?
A trifle would you expend. 7 golds.
I fear that I did not bring any money.
Curiosity, I find, in one who travels but with nothing to barter brings.
Good point.
Yeah.
Might you trade the shell comb for something?
The merchant ponders over this for a moment.
Of value, many things are. Of fancy, only one I have.
And that is?
Pearls.
So the guy loves pearls, and we want his special shell comb, because mermaids love shells. That's the perfect thing to get the mermaid to like us. So I think we have to open up this clam.
This item cannot be used on itself.
The clam that we found on the beach. Do I use it to use the picket to open it?
Nothing happens.
What about the sword?
Nothing.
What if I try using the sword on the clam?
You will not require that much force to open the clam.
Okay, then I'll use the picket on the clam.
You don't need to put that into the clam.
How do I open this clam?
The head of the mallet.
Do I use the mallet on the clam?
You don't need to put that.
Okay.
This is just an ordinary clam shell. There doesn't seem to be anything special about it.
Yeah, I definitely need something to open this
It's a
clam
sharp
shell.
You don't need to put.
So it's not the sharp thing. And it's not my other sharp thing.
You will not require that.
No. Don't tell me I'm missing like a small item somewhere, like a knife or something. Well, I can't go north of town.
The town continues to the north away, but you are not interested in what lies in that direction.
And I can't go east as well. I only have this one screen that I can go to. And you might have noticed this pumpkin.
A small pumpkin sits in a bowl nearby.
We can save the pumpkin at least.
You can't just pick it up while the merchant is watching.
We need to distract the merchant. And this was a puzzle that had me very confused the first time I played the game. What you need to do is put the money in the fountain.
The fool's gold again shines the instant the coins leave your hand.
Then you tell the merchant about the gold. You have to tell him.
3 coins in the fountain.
What? Let me see.
Ah, he loses his fake accent. And now, while he's distracted, you take the pumpkin. Excellent. So now I'm gonna leave. See, I thought the puzzle was you throw the coins in the fountain, then you leave and come back. But no. If you do leave, you're gonna have to go back and get more coins. Believe it or not. So now I'm going to go, solve the pumpkin puzzle, I guess. There is a part 2 to the pumpkin puzzle, and it's not too tough. Oh, and by the way, to the right, we have an abandoned church. I assume we're going to show up at the church later. It looks abandoned to me. You can't go inside if you look at it. Let's see, the pumpkins were here, just north of here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I give the baby pumpkin to the mama.
My baby!
Aww.
Thank you,
Graham.
Thank you, Graham. Here, take this. Maybe this useless trinket of haggis will be of some use to you. Serves you right for not enabling me to protect my kids.
What is it?
The pumpkin hands you a gold brooch with a beautiful blue sapphire.
Wow. Awesome. Oh man, it belongs to the evil Hagatha. I bet this is how we're going to stop Hagatha at the end of the game, is we're going to use this brooch on her somehow. Maybe. I think.